you ever wondered whether Portugal is more than trams, tiles, and tourist traps? Pay attention, because if you don't, you will get stuck sipping overpriced lattes while the real adventure slips through your fingers. This is your punk rock playbook, the raw, DIY way to prepare for Portugal's top adventures, wild cliffs, the waves that can swallow you whole. Stick around, because I'm going to show you how to swap guidebooks for street art, hidden ruins, and nights under the stars. I'm Carter, this is Atypical Vagabond, and we don't just travel, we tear the maps wide open. Let's be honest, Portugal looks polished on postcards. Trams rolling past pastel walls, tourists lined up for pastel donatas, but look closer and you'll find a raw, gritty undercurrent waiting for anyone willing to break the script. That's where we're going. So how do you prep? Pack light, a backpack, sturdy shoes, and a sleeping bag liner that will take you further than a suitcase ever could. And carry cash. Portugal's smaller towns still live on euros on hand, not plastic. Often I get the question, is hitchhiking still alive here? Yes, especially in the countryside. The trick, smile, keep your signs simple, and travel in daylight. For stays, you can do couch surfing, and it's not just for a free bed, it's for a cultural exchange. Cook a meal, share music, trade stories. That's the currency of punk rock travel. Want to feel the pulse of Portugal when you hit the streets of Lisbon? You can go into the Barrio Alto and the Alcantara, where there is murals packed with tags, abandoned factories that have been turned into art sanctuaries. And download a street art map ahead of time, and you'll see the city through its rebel artists, not its postcards. And for the bold, there is wild camping. Technically, it's not legal. However, often it's tolerated if you're discreet. Stay away from crowded beaches, leave no trace, and you'll be fine. Preparation here is simple. A lightweight tent, a refillable water bottle, and food from village markets. Bread, cheese, vinho verde, 5-star feast for a punk rock price. Portugal isn't polished, it's jagged. And if you prepare right, you'll find adventures that feel more like an underground show than a tourist tour. Nazaré, it has the biggest waves on the planet. If you surf, you can bring a wetsuit or you can rent one at one of the local surf shops. The Atlantic waters always stay cold, even in summer. If you don't, grab yourself some binoculars, watch the locals take on these monsters, as it is pure adrenaline. And Peniche, it is your budget surf hub. You can rent boards, crash in cheap hostels, and prep for late nights that you'll need earplugs if you actually want to sleep. Hey adventurers, quick pause here. First off, thank you. Seriously, every single one of you who's hit that subscribe button is helping me keep this journey alive, and I don't take that for granted. Now, I get it, money's tight. Trust me, it's tight for me also. That's actually why I'm dropping this into the middle of the video. If you want to go a step further in supporting the channel, I set up a YouTube membership page. It helps me keep putting out great travel content, and it means I can keep improving what I create for you along the way. And if joining isn't possible right now, no worries. You can still help out by sharing this video with your friends. That support, it means the world to me. All right, enough of me talking about bills and budgets. Let's get back to this adventure. Next, Portugal has all kinds of abandoned places. Conabriga, one of Europe's largest Roman ruins, is where you can still walk by mosaics that have survived 2,000 years. Around Lisbon and Porto, you'll find factories and train yards covered in graffiti. Tip: bring a flashlight and sturdy shoes if you're exploring abandoned spots. Broken glass and rusty nails don't care how adventurous you feel. Hit the trails. The Algarve cliffs are stunning, but dangerous in bad weather. Check tide times before you go. Serra da Estrela, Portugal's highest mountains, are in a whole other world. Pack layers. The weather flips fast, even in summer. The Alentejo, vast golden plains where silence is the soundtrack. Prep by bringing extra water. The distances between villages are bigger than you think. And now, the edge of the world, Cabo de Roca, the westernmost point of Europe. Past here, nothing but the Atlantic. Standing here feels like staring straight into infinity. The waves crash against the cliffs like drums in a riot, and the wind howls like feedback at a basement show. This is where punk rock travel peaks, not in breaking laws, but in breaking your comfort zone. It's about standing on the edge, breathing salt and chaos, and realizing the world is bigger, wilder, and freer than you ever imagined. Portugal isn't about following rules. It's about rewriting them. Most travelers stick to the rails, guided tours, crowded viewpoints, the same checklist everyone else posts. But when you push past that, when you chase waves in Nazaré, wander ruins with no fences, or stand on cliffs that feel like the edge of the planet, that's when you own your story. This is punk rock travel, or traveling as a typical vagabond. No filters, no schedules, just raw freedom. Now I want to know, what's the wildest travel hack you've ever pulled off? Drop it in the comments, and if you're ready to prepare for more unfiltered adventures like this, hit subscribe. We're just getting started.